and I've written an entire book on this. It's out of print, on ADD and ADHD, okay? And when I wrote this book about 10, 12 years ago, I told everybody in the book, and I got just nailed by this, because I said this, that ADHD was a made-up disease, attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity disorder, okay? That they made it up in the 60s because it had never been diagnosed before. And here's what's interesting. Last year, Dr. Leon Eisenberg, okay, he's from Germany, he was interviewed on February 2012 in the Spiegel magazine. And he said he is the inventor of the ADHD diagnosis. And he said he made it up and there's nothing true about it. He said this on his deathbed 2 months before he died. And now, because he started this nonsense, and the American Psychiatric Association now they've come out with a new book of diseases. Now they say if you drink coffee every day and one day you miss your coffee, you've got a psychiatric disorder if you get a headache. Because it's all falling into this new healthcare protocol that we're doing in the United States, that everybody's going to be diagnosed with the disease. And it's complete nonsense. It's complete and total nonsense. We've got 20 million children approximately, you can't get real numbers out of these guys, on kids that are taking Adderall and Ritalin. These are class 2 drugs in the same category with morphine, opium, Percodan, and Demerol. If a cocaine addict is given Ritalin, they can't tell whether they were given Ritalin or given cocaine. This stuff is being snorted up people's noses because of what it does. This stuff is dangerous. These are Schedule II drugs in the same category with morphine, and they're giving it to children at the age of 2 now. It's in complete insanity. And the biggest reason these kids are having problems with hyperactivity disorder is because they're basically eating all kinds of junk all the time, and they basically don't know what to do as far as getting their health straight because their parents are basically feeding them all this garbage all the time. Let me read you a letter. This came in from Judy. She wrote in and told us, she said, "Dear Dr. Broer, I'm ready to give you a praise report. Since I started your Eat, Drink, and Be Healthy program 1.5 years ago, she got some of our material, I've lost 50 pounds and I've gone from a size 11 to a size 5. But the weight loss is secondary to how I feel. When I started your program, I was always dragging. The mood swings were terrible. I now have tremendous energy and feel great all of the time. My husband has also lost weight and feels great. Our children have gone from over $2,000 per year in medical bills to being totally healthy with 0 medical expenses." That's how easy this is. This doesn't have to be complicated. We cover all of this information. Now, let me share this. This is very, very important. If you've got a child who's been diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, okay? Remember, I'm the guy who wrote the book on this, okay? Don't let the first diagnosis or the first person who thinks they have that, which may be a school nurse, tell the doctor to put them on a drug. The Armed Forces of the United States, if that child's been put on Ritalin or Adderall for any length of time, will not allow them to serve in the Armed Forces of the United States. They are not even allowed to serve. That's how addictive these amphetamine salts are. There's all kinds of natural alternatives that you can do to get rid of these problems.